Russia earthquake affects Death Valley, pupfish stay safe. When a massive earthquake strikes one part of the world, its effects can ripple across continents in surprising ways. But here's where it gets fascinating. A powerful 8.8 magnitude quake that rocked Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula on July 29th managed to send waves all the way to Death Valley National Park in California, nearly 4,000 miles away. And while this might sound alarming, especially for the unique ecosystem of Devils Hole, home to the critically endangered Devils Hole Pupfish, experts are breathing a sigh of relief. Why? Let's dive into the details and uncover what makes this event both intriguing and hopeful. Devils Hole is no ordinary location. It's a water-filled cavern located within Death Valley National Park, measuring about 12 feet wide at its surface, but plunging over 500 feet deep. This otherworldly environment serves as the sole natural habitat for the Devil's Hole pupfish, a species so rare that every individual fish matters greatly to conservation efforts. At the mouth of the cave lies a shallow shelf, which acts as a lifeline for these tiny creatures. It's here that algae and small aquatic organisms thrive, providing food and creating ideal conditions for spawning. Without this delicate balance, the pupfish would struggle to survive. Recent seismic activity has already tested the resilience of this fragile habitat. Earthquakes in December and February caused significant disruptions by washing away much of the algae and vital nutrients from the shelf. These earlier disturbances led to concerns among biologists when surveys revealed just 38 pupfish remaining in March. Could another seismic event push the species closer to extinction? Thankfully, the July 29th earthquake had a milder impact compared to previous ones. The reason? Its epicenter was farther away, resulting in smaller waves reaching Death Valley. Monitoring footage captured shortly after the quake shows waves roughly 10 inches high, gently lapping against the edges of the shallow shelf. While some debris and sediment were displaced, the damage appears minimal. Biologists monitoring the situation believe that the pupfish will weather this latest challenge without major setbacks. And this is the part most people miss. Timing plays a crucial role in nature's recovery process. With summer sunlight streaming down during peak augurs, conditions are perfect for algae regrowth. Algae forms the foundation of the pupfish's diet, meaning any replenishment spells good news for their survival prospects. Moreover, studies suggest that pupfish tend to increase their spawning rates following disturbances like earthquakes or wave events. This biological response gives scientists hope that the population could rebound despite recent hardships. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. Events like this raise questions about how interconnected our planet truly is and whether we're doing enough to protect vulnerable ecosystems like Devil's Hole. Imagine if human activity had degraded the water quality or altered the cave system before this earthquake hit. Would the pupfish have stood a chance? So here's something to ponder. Do you think global conservation efforts prioritize unique habitats like Devil's Hole enough? Or should more resources be allocated to safeguarding lesser-known yet equally important species? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Huge earthquake in Russia, tsunami warnings and evacuations across the Pacific. Imagine a scenario where the ground beneath your feet suddenly starts to shake violently, triggering alerts across an entire ocean. That's exactly what happened when an 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck near the Russian city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky on July 30th, sending shockwaves through the Pacific and sparking tsunami warnings from Kamchatka to Chile. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The quake also triggered an eruption of the Kluchevskoy volcano, one of the most active in the region. The Temblor, which was shallow at just 19.3 kilometers deep, caused significant damage in the Kamchatka Peninsula. Buildings crumbled, and several people were injured in the remote area. The impact was felt far beyond Russia's borders, with Japan's eastern coast still recovering from the devastating 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Issuing evacuation orders, Hawaii also sounded the alarm, prompting residents to seek higher ground. By the evening, most tsunami warnings in Japan and Hawaii had been downgraded. However, French Polynesia remained cautious, particularly in the Marquesas Islands, where small waves did reach the shores, though not as large as initially predicted. In the town of Severokurilsk, located in the northern Kuril Islands, tsunami waves exceeded 3 meters, with some peaks reaching up to 5 meters. The quake's effects were widespread. In Hawaii, waves up to 1.7 meters were recorded, while in Japan, the largest wave measured 1.3 meters. Smaller waves even reached as far as California and British Columbia, though evacuation advisories were eventually canceled in those regions. One of the most notable outcomes of this seismic event was the eruption of the Kluchevskoy volcano, located approximately 450 kilometers north of Petropavlovsk, Kamchatka. Eyewitnesses reported glowing lava flows and explosions, adding another layer of concern to the already volatile situation. The earthquake also sent ripples through the Galapagos Islands, located about 970 kilometers off the coast of South America. Authorities there ordered precautionary evacuations as a safety measure. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the Pacific Ring of Fire's unpredictable nature. This geologically active region, where the dense Pacific plate slides beneath the lighter North American plate, is a hot spot for earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Experts caution that further aftershocks could occur, highlighting the ongoing need for vigilance. And this is the part most people miss: the resilience shown by communities affected by such disasters. Despite the chaos, medical teams in Petropavlovsk-Kamchatka managed to perform surgeries amidst the shaking, demonstrating the human spirit's ability to persevere in the face of adversity. So, what do you think? How prepared are your communities for such events? Should more resources be allocated to disaster preparedness and response? Share your thoughts in the comments below.